Next is the vehicle layouts. Vehicle layouts. How many types of vehicle layouts are there? So generally we see front engine rear wheel drive. Engine is mounted at front and the power is transmitted to the rear wheel. So this arrangement, this layout is known as front engine rear wheel drive, right? So you can see here engine is mounted at the front and it is transmitted through the clutch and gearbox and drive shaft or propeller shaft, and power is given to the rear wheel drive. This is the first arrangement. Clear? So front engine rear wheel drive is the most common type of layout, and engine located at front and driving power is given to the rear wheels. Driving power flows from engine to the rear wheels through various mechanical linkages like transmission and propeller shaft, right? So this was the front engine rear wheel drive. Advantages: better handling on dry road only, because accelerating force is applied to the rear wheels on which the down force increases due to load transfer and acceleration. So you can see here rearward weight shift during the acceleration. When a vehicle moves, you can see the force is acting on the rear wheel and it is giving the better handling, better stability, and it is making the rear tires better able to take simultaneous acceleration and curving than the front tires. Clear? That is why we can say this layout is a very effective for the stability of a vehicle, right? Second advantage is even weight distribution, and third one is steering radius. I will explain the steering radius later when we will study the steering, but even weight distribution is 50-50 in this case. Why 50-50? Because the division of weight between the front and rear wheels has a significant impact on a car's handling, and that is why it is having the 50/50 weight distribution, the rear wheel drive car. Steering radius, as no complicated drive shaft joints are required in the front wheels, so it is possible to turn them further. That would be possible using front wheel drive, resulting in a smaller steering radius. We don't have complicated drive shaft joints, that is why we get smaller steering radius, right? Less load at the front axle, because your engine is at the front and the drive is at the rear wheel, so the load is evenly distributed, and that is why less load at the front axle. The driving force is given at rear axle, hence there is no need to provide complex design on the front axle. We can also experience effective cooling of the engine due to exposure of cooling system to the flowing air. Well, we have mounted the engine in the front, right? That is why it can easily contact with the air, and we get effective cooling of the engine due to the exposure of cooling system to the flowing air, right? Disadvantages: decrease interior space. In a passenger vehicle, rear wheel drive means less front leg room. The transmission tunnel takes up a lot of space between the driver and front passenger. Less leg room for center rear passenger due to the tunnel needed for the drive shaft, and sometimes less trunk space since there is also more hardware that must be placed underneath the truck. You can see the screen, very less inner space for the passengers. So this is the major disadvantage, less interior space. Second disadvantage is the increased weight. Increased weight, most important reason for increased weight is the propeller shaft, the drive shaft which connect the engine at the front to the drive axle in the back, because we are generating the power at the front and transmitting the power to the rear wheel with the help of drive shaft, which makes your vehicle weight increase. Next, higher purchase price. Due to the added cost of materials, rear wheel drive is typically slightly more expensive to the purchase than a comparable front wheel drive vehicle. Added cost of materials means in this arrangement we see the most expensive thing is a propeller shaft, and the most of the materials are used for making this kind of layout, so price is much higher. Next is front engine front wheel drive. Engine is mounted at the front and power is transferred to the front wheel, right? So you can see the diagram. In this layout you don't have a propeller shaft. At front, engine is mounted and the power is also transmitted in the front wheel, right? So there are three steps: engine, transmission and final drive, right? Front engine front wheel drive. In this type, the engine is mounted on the front side of the vehicle and the driving power is given to the front wheels only. The power flows from engine to the front axle, right? You just see the diagram. Everything is mounted on the front and very small components are mounted at the rear, right? Advantages. First advantage is interior space, because all the components are mounted at the front, so we get the more inner space. And since the powertrain is single unit contained in the engine compartment of the vehicle, there is no need to devote interior space for a drive shaft tunnel or a rear differential, increasing the volume available for the passengers and the cargo, right? Better handling on slippery surface, because in this layout, better handling on slippery surface. In this layout, we get a better handling on slippery surface because placing the mass of the drivetrain over the driven wheels improves traction on wet, snowy or icy surfaces, right? Second, improved drivetrain efficiency. The reason is the same, the direct connection between engine and the, right? Due to the front wheel arrangement, front side arrangement, we get the proper traction, and the mass of the drivetrain over the driven wheels improves traction on the wet, snowy or icy surfaces. Elimination of propeller shaft. The elimination of propeller shaft improved drivetrain efficiency, because we experience, or a vehicle experience, the very less amount of inertia, mechanical inertia of the drivetrain, right? Disadvantages. First is less turning radius. Less turning radius, more weight on the front results in rapid wear of front tires, because front tire is having getting the shaft power directly. It is having rapid wear of front tire. The drive shaft may limit the amount by which the front wheels can turn, because your front wheel is moving with the engine shaft. You may experience the less turning radius. You will experience the difficulty of turning of your vehicle, right? Next is front wheel drive has a worse acceleration than rear wheel drive, which is why most sporty and race cars use rear wheel drive. I have told the reason earlier. Because of less turning radius, the most of the sporty and racing cars uses rear wheel drive, right? Let's see the comparison, turning radius comparison between forward wheel drive, rear wheel drive and the all wheel drive. So you can see there are two terms we are using: oversteering and understeering. I'll explain you later what is oversteering and understeering. While you are turning, if your vehicle is going inside the center of the curvature, then the phenomena is known as oversteering. If your vehicle is going outside the radius of curvature, then it is known as understeering. Clear? So we can see here the turning radius is very accurate in the case of all wheel drive, but it is showing oversteering with rear wheel drive and understeering with the front wheel drive. We are clear? It is a picture of the forward wheel drive and the rear wheel drive. Showing first one showing front wheel drive, second one is showing rear wheel drive. You can see the difference between the FWD and the RWD.